In Ukrainian war, the one who controls just one sea can decide who win or lose the war, who trade with the world and who remain isolated. And this sea is the Black Sea.
Ukrainian forces are using in the Black Sea.
Ukraine has attacked Russia's Black Sea fleet.
After this attack on the Black Sea Naval Fleet headquarters,
Attack on a Russian Navy ship.
The worst moment in Russia's naval history.
And right now, it's one of the most strategically contested waters on the planet. In this video, we will explore why Black Sea is so important for Ukraine, how Russia uses it as a weapon, and why the old treaty from 1936 still shapes global power dynamics today. And even a narrow strip of sand could change the future of Europe. The Black Sea is bordered by 6 countries: Ukraine, Russia, Georgia, Turkey, Romania, and Bulgaria. 3 of them are NATO members. 2 others, Ukraine and Georgia, want to join. And then there is Russia. For Ukraine, the Black Sea is a gateway to the world. Over 70% of its exports move through it, mostly grain, metal, and industrial goods. The ports of Odessa, Chernomorsk, and Pivdeny are economic lifelines. Even during the war, they continue to operate. At reduced capacity, yes, but they are still running. In 2024, Ukraine's agricultural export totaled nearly $25 billion, most of it moving by sea. But this sea is also a battlefield. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, it didn't just send tanks, it also tried to dominate the sea. Russian warships blocked ports, shelled cities like Mykolaiv, and threatened Odessa. The infamous cruiser Moskva, the flagship of Russian Black Sea Fleet, was sunk by Ukrainian missiles in 2022, a massive blow to Russian naval dominance. Ukraine's strategy has been bold and creative. With a small navy, it used coastal missiles and drones to push Russian ships away from the western Black Sea. Now it's a gray zone. No navy fully controls it, but Russia no longer dominates either. Yet the danger remains. The Kinburn Spit, a sandy stretch near Mykolaiv, is a vital choke point. To reach Mykolaiv and Kherson by ship, you must sail past it. Russians occupy the Spit. Ukrainians control nearby islands. Artillery duels happen almost every day. The strategic city of Ochakiv, located at the mouth of the Dnipro estuary, has become a symbolic. In 2017, the U.S. helped build a naval base there. In 2021, Britain promised to develop it further. Just days before the invasion, Putin claimed NATO was using Ochakiv to threaten Russia. It was one of the first places to come under Russian attack. But Russia's biggest long-term tool in the Black Sea is legal, not military. It's a Montreux Convention from 1936. This treaty, still in force today, gives Turkey control over the Bosphorus and Dardanelles Straits, the only way in or out of the Black Sea. Countries that border the sea, like Russia and Ukraine, can send warships through. But countries like US and UK are heavily restricted. Their warships can't stay longer than 21 days and face strict limits on size and numbers. When Russia invaded Ukraine, Turkey invoked the Montreux Convention and closed the straits to new Russian warships. That prevented Russia from reinforcing its fleet from the Mediterranean or Pacific. A quiet move, but it may have saved Odessa from a naval invasion. But the Montreux Convention also stops NATO entering in a full force. So the Black Sea remains the space where Russia can maneuver more freely than her other opponents. Ukraine is alone there, backed only by limited NATO support and its own ingenuity. The history of the conflict here goes back centuries. In the 1850s, during the Crimea War, British and French forces fought Russian troops on the same Kinburn Spit. In 2021, a British warship, HMS Defender, sailed near Crimea in what the UK called a legal passage, but Russia responded with threats, bombs, and a military posturing. The tensions never left. Today, Russia dreams of seizing all Ukraine coast, linking occupied Donbass to Crimea and even to the pro-Russian breakaway regions of the Transnistria in Moldova. If it happened, Ukraine would lose all access to the sea. It would be landlocked, its economy crippled, its trade halted, and the naval ambitions destroyed. So what do you think? Can Ukraine keep its hold on the Black Sea, or will Russia find a way to finish what it started in 2014?